Good evening and welcome to this Independence edition of Face Off, though an abridged version because of all of the program we had to do in retrospect for Nigeria at 54. Nigeria turns 54, like you already know. Well, today we're all celebrating that. And like in previous days leading to the anniversary, it's always done in retrospect, from politics to sport to health to security. Everything that is talked about is always a retrospect of what should have been done or what we can do to improve the country. Well, as we add another year, quickly the question to ask is, who really has been responsible for some of those drawbacks that we've had, some of those areas that were not a win-win position for us? Because I believe as a person that Nigeria has made some progress. But for some of those places and areas that are lagging, who really is responsible? The leaders or the followers? This is the topic we'll be trashing tonight, and I have two guests. We'll go on a short break now. Join us when we return. I will introduce my guests and we can face off on tonight's program, Face Off. I have a columnist. Welcome back. This is Face Off, Nigeria 54. We celebrate Happy Independence to you all there, out there. I have a guest to my right, Mr. Tochukwu Ezukama. He's a columnist. He believes that the leaders are the problem.
The problem is the leadership.
Oh,
yes.
well, let's see how that goes. And to my left, I have Barrister Fred Nziako, who thinks the followers have not done enough.
The followers, they obviously are not doing
No,
enough.
I think that I like that too. So can we hear you quickly?
Go
ahead.
They are not doing enough because the leaders come from the followers. Nobody is a permanent leader. The bulk of the people are more on the followership. So they have to use their number to effect the change they need and then get what they want. And then now that we practice democracy is all about number. Government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Now, if the followers are not doing what they're supposed to do, it now becomes government of the few, for the few, and lame duckly supported by the majority.
Barrister Fred has redefined democracy.
I'm not good enough.
I mean,
I'm not good
do you
enough.
agree with that?
But the definition is all wonderful, but I can say that it is leadership that defines a country. It's leadership that marks or mars a country. And I think General de Gaulle was making the point when he said that nothing great can be done without great leaders, which means great leaders bring about national greatness. Despicable leaders bring about national failure. And then George Thomas Carlyle was making the same point when he says the history of nations, the history of countries is nothing but the biography of leaders. So if you write about leaders, you've written about the nation.
Yeah, but you forget,
it's leadership that makes
but you forget that Karl Marx says that the nation belongs to the people.
Oh, that
Yes,
is
the nation belongs to the
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
And then the people get the leaders that they deserve.
just
It is a matter of what you give out is what you take.
No.
Now that we practice democracy, let us bring this thing down to Nigeria, because this is very auspicious. This topic is extremely auspicious on a day that we are celebrating our 54th
Very
independence.
important, yes.
And at a time that by the time we celebrate the next independence, Nigeria would have elected a new crop of leaders. Who are these leaders? And how do the people come about getting the leaders that they really want?
the people are followers and the people want to follow.
How did it all start? I mean,
How does from the followership?
To a considerable extent. Like I
shouldn't
said
be.
time and time again, the children behave like their parents and the masses behave like their leaders. The thing is that the leaders come from the masses.
The masses
But
seem to
not-
behave
I
like
agree on that
leaders.
point.
The leaders come from the masses.
But
Is
hold
it
on a
compatible?
minute. But hold on a minute.
Yes.
If you're one of them, why should they elect you to lead them? So you must have pretended or to stand out, or you must stand out
No, it's good. No, it's good to say pretended.
before you make
somebody is not.
No, it's good to say
before you are made a leader.
Because the
So
people-
if
It's
you
not
are-
discerning, rather. That's what I wanted to say.
no.
The
So if
people
you
must
tell
be-
them, if you tell the
must be
people,
decided
I'm
about.
one of you, I have the same problems you have, I have nothing to offer you, are they going to elect you? So you must have distinguished yourself and said, I understand your
must have
plight.
pretended
I am
to be
different. I will lead you. Follow me. So there
Let's
is leader
bring it
follows.
home.
Yes.
Let's bring it home. Leaders
And
followers. I'm a leader. I've said, do this, do this, do this, so that we can achieve greatness.
Yes.
As a follower, if you miss out on any of those equations, you're never going to be on the same pedestal as I want you to be.
Yeah.
And you cannot, that means you're not interpreting or you're going to be able to achieve what I want you to achieve. I'm bringing you on to the wagon.
Apart from
I have, for instance, when I was driving to work this morning,
Yes.
this guy was just speeding past everybody, making you to apply your brakes suddenly and all of that. I even realized that my brakes at some point was smelling because I had applied it forcefully and all of that. And some 10 meters down the line,
Yes.
he had to be slowed down by traffic.
That fellow
And I
doesn't-
pulled over close to him and I said to him, I thought you've gotten to your destination by now. That thing he just did now, when you think about it,
Yes.
what comes to your mind? That isn't President Jonathan.
Bad
It's
followership.
President Jonathan.
That made him drive like
Yes,
that.
yes. Let me
But
tell
what?
you, the masses, I said, they behave like their leaders. So if your
I'm
leaders,
not sure he drives. I'm
no.
not sure
If
he drives
your
like that.
leaders, by their action, by their words, and their body language, is telling you, we don't respect the law. We are above the law. The rich and the powerful
What is
get
the
by
duty
by
of the
not about
masses?
the.
What is the duty of the followers?
So the
When
followers
when
then.
the leaders,
Then the followers
breach the law.
then the followers then
the
behave.
followers have the duty to call the leaders back.
No, then the
Government's
followers
responsibility should be to set up institutions, work out policy framework, and all of that. But again, if you don't have strategists, government naturally should, I'm just thinking, government naturally should be a visionary. They should have strategists who are the followers, I should think, who should be able to interpret what the government's vision is. So government sets up an institution, for instance, to look into road rehabilitation, empowers it, funds it. Then the man who goes out there to do it on the street does a shabby job.
Why?
I'm asking.
Why?
I'm asking.
Well, you know why?
Yes.
Because the Minister for Works is corrupt. The presidency is corrupt.
Who knows
So the
that he's corrupt?
corruption.
Do the people know that he's corrupt?
If a
No, I'm
lady,
asking you.
if a
Do
lady
the people
flies
know?
around,
Yes or no?
if a
Do
lady,
the- for instance,
they know they are
if
corrupt.
the leader is corrupt,
The leader is
do the
corrupt.
people know, the followers, do they know that this
They,
guy is
they,
corrupt?
they know they are
What do
corrupt.
they do about it?
No, but the leader is
They
the
come,
role model.
I
You
follow
want to
him.
be like your leader.
Do followers have responsibility?